and welcome to All About the Music. My name's Ollie Barker, and today we have a fantastic show lined up for you. Coming up, we have Tom Seals Presents, Meet the Producers, Live from the Edge, Youth of Today, and of course, Fab Song, featuring some of the hottest new tracks from the UK's up-and-coming artists.
Hi, I'm Tom Seals. Welcome to Tom Seals Presents. We're here in the studio and each week I'm chatting to a very special guest. They're going to tell me about their 3 favourite songs and why they mean so much to them. Me and my incredible band are going to play them for you right now. Let's go!
Here we go, boys! 1, 2, 3! This week, my very special guest. He's the UK's best-selling classical artist ever. The New York Times said he sings like Pavarotti and entertains like Sinatra. Here's 3 songs for a tenor. It's Russell Watson.
Hey Russell, good to see you, man. Now, firstly, before we start, tell me what's going on with the blue tack.
So I am now looking at a piece of blue tack that I've carved a smiley face into. And it does appear to anybody who might be a viewer at the moment that I'm looking directly into the camera. But if I'm to look directly at you, this is what the viewer would see. So I'm looking at you now and I can see your face and I can see your expressions and it's great. But I'm actually not looking directly at you as far as the camera's concerned. So now I'm going to look back at the blue tack and there I am.
Well, I'm exactly the same, so it's the perils of working from home, but let's hope the conversation doesn't get tacky. Anyway, tell me about, I've used your own joke on you against you there, mate, I'm so sorry.
That's fine, I gave you the joke. I can line and you just fire the bullets, it's great.
Thanks, man, very kind of you. Right, tell me how you went from playing pubs and clubs in Manchester to singing opera at the Royal Albert Hall. How does that happen?
It would have been around about the end of 2000. And there was this big page spreading, it was in the Daily Mirror, and it read out, overnight success, Russell Watson. I thought, okay, I was in the clubs for 10 years, that was a long night.
Yeah, true.
And that's like, people's perception of you is that, you know, you appear in the public domain and all of a sudden everybody knows who you are. And they've not seen you before, and they just assume that it's happened instantaneously, and it didn't. It took 10 years of slogging it in the northwest working men clubs and pubs, you know, of this area. It's tough going.
Well, no one sees the endless hours that you put in and the driving to the gigs and getting in at 3 a.m. Nobody sees that, do they? But one thing I read about you, which I love.
Not true.
You left the venue that you just played at, I guess it was a pub or a club in Burnley, and the manager shouted, "You'll never work in Burnley again, son." So tell me about that, and have you ever worked in Burnley since?
Yeah, coincidentally, I have worked in Burnley since, but it was I can't mention it was an agent that I used in Burnley. It was proper funny.
Yeah,
I'd done a couple of gigs for him. It was like they were like Friday nights. You get 50 quid in your back pocket, you know, for like, you know, 2 45-minute spots to a pub full of, you know, people necking lager. Which, you know, at the time was my way of earning basically, and I was learning trade as well. There was this one night where I'd done a couple of gigs for him, and they weren't good. They weren't places, a couple of rough places that I'd done. And I actually, you know, there was a couple of occasions where I felt literally scared. So I rang him and says, "Look, pal," I says, "I don't want any more of those gigs, you know, the scary ones on the Friday night where they feel like get out of the place in one piece." "Yeah, no problem, son." He says, I've got this lovely place for you. It's actually not far down the road from where I live. I go in there myself." He says, "It's a lovely place. Friday night, quite nice, quiet little pub." Okay, great. So I hold up with all my gear in the back of my battered Peugeot 309. And I'm walking to go and say hello, and then I start piling my gear. And I walked in and I thought, this looks like the OK Corral. So I got in my car and I started heading home. Anyway, 8 o'clock, the phone rang. where are you? He says, where are you? They're waiting for you. You're not turned up. Are you running late? I went, no. I says, I'm on my way home. What do you mean you're on your way home? I said, I've just walked into the place. I told you that I wasn't going to do anywhere like that. There's glasses flying and all sorts across the bar. He said, you'll never work in Burnley again unless you get back there. I said, I guess I won't be working there again then. Ta-da!
Now, tell me about your first favourite song choice, possibly the happiest sad song ever. Alone Again, Naturally, Gilbert O'Sullivan. Why do you like this song?
My mum used to love Gilbert O'Sullivan. So when I was a kid, wherever we were going, we'd jump into me mum and dad's Hillman Inn. Me and my sister jump in the back, mum and dad in front. Wherever we'd head off wherever we were going. If it was a day out at the weekend or something like that. And wherever we were going, let's put a bit of Gilbert on, Tim. So you put remember the big cassettes? You stick one of the big cassettes.
I'm not that old, mate. No, I don't remember them. Sorry, no.
Well, maybe your great grandparents or something like that can tell you about it. So I get me a little cassette. She'd get a little cassette and she'd shove it into the car hi-fi, and on would come Gilbert O'Sullivan. And there was one song in particular, the one you mentioned, Alone Again, that she used to play more than the others. I remember being a kid and thinking, oh, this is a nice song, but actually not really understanding, I suppose, the philosophy.
Yeah, taking the lyrics, yeah.
And it's funny because I remember I was driving down the road and the song came on, and all of a sudden I'm listening to the words and thinking, wow, this is really quite profound, and it's sad, and it's kind of reflective of life and loss. And it made me cry. And it had never made me cry before. It didn't make me cry as a kid because I didn't understand it. And I think that's the amazing thing about music and songs is that you can like a song in a certain era, you'll hear it again further down the line, and it has a completely different meaning to you. And that's why I think songs have the ability to bring so many memories to life.
So we're going to play it for you now. Hopefully it doesn't make you cry for the wrong reasons. Russell, enjoy this. Here's me and the band playing Alone Again, Naturally, Gilbert O'Sullivan.
Woohoo!
In a little while from now, if I'm not feeling any less sour, I promise myself to treat myself and visit a nearby tower and climb into the top to throw myself off in an effort to make it clear to whoever what it's like when you're shattered. I'm standing in the lurch at the church with people saying, my God, that's tough, she stood him up. No point in us remaining, I may as well go home as I did on my own, alone again, naturally. To think that only yesterday I was cheerful, bright and gay, looking forward to who wouldn't do the role I was about to play. And as if to knock me down, reality came around, and without so much as a mere touch, cut me into little pieces, standing in the dark. Talk about God and His mercy, and if He really does exist, then why did He desert me in my hour of need? I truly am in need, alone again, naturally. Looking back over the years, whatever else appears, I remember I cried when my father died, never wishing to hide my tears. And at 65 years old, my mother, God rest her soul, she couldn't understand why the only man she'd ever loved had been taken, leaving me to start with a heart naturally. Alone again, naturally.
Now, I was brought up on my granddad's big band. Every week I'd go and watch the Versatile Concert Orchestra, and they were playing Sinatra, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, all these people. That's where I fell in love with big band and swing, and I know that you love Frank Sinatra. So when I said pick a song, you also chose Fly Me to the Moon. Tell me why you like this one.
No, it's a brilliant song. I mean, it's...
Classic.
Yeah, first of all, it's an absolute classic. I mean, I've heard it done... I think probably 100 times since Sinatra recorded it, but nobody beat...
I thought you were going to say 100 times this morning.
No. Not quite. Only 50. I've it recorded 100 times since Frank recorded it. And nobody no one gets that swing or that lilt to the voice that Frank used to get, and it wasn't necessarily just the way he sang stuff that made it extra special. It was the way he phrased and paraphrased everything. It was so subtle, but yet so different. My mum loved Sinatra. I was growing up as a kid. My mum was a fan. My gran was also a big fan of Frank's music as well. So it was kind of, as a kid growing up, it was a staple. And it's something that's left me. I'll still, stick a bit of Frank Sinatra on in the car if I'm driving down the road, wherever I'm going. It doesn't matter if I'm in the right mood for it.
Yeah, sure. We're going to play this as soon as we come back after the break. Russell, don't go anywhere. Frank Sinatra coming up soon.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, just kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worshipped and adored. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Yeah, shake it, boys.
It's been 20 years since The Voice, your debut album that, I couldn't believe this, topped the charts for a world record 52 weeks. Now, there's a 20th anniversary tour coming up soon, isn't there?
Yeah, well, it'll be the 21st anniversary now, because last year, obviously, nothing happened. But yeah, we've got what was meant to be the 20th anniversary tour has been kind of put back to 2020 now. So it'll be my 21st. That's fine. I can handle it.
Well, you have a bigger party for your 21st than your 20th anyway, so that's fine. Now, with everything you've been through, there's got to be the Russell Watson film, hasn't there?
Well, it's straight. It's like you've either done your research or it's a coincidence. But yeah, I mean, we've...
Yeah, definitely research.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been talk. We've been having discussions. I can't say who with at the moment, but there have been discussions about a biopic of my life story.
So, Russell, your third and final song choice, The Power of Love. Of course, originally Frankie Goes to Hollywood, but I know the Gabrielle Aplin version is special to you. Why this one? And then me and the boys are going to play it for you.
A lot of the greatest songs that have ever been written have been the most simple, and you'll see it, like the power of love, a force from above, cleaning my soul, and you're thinking to yourself, why didn't I think of that? That is so simple, but it's that makes it so powerful. My wife and I, we fell in love with that song, and that was actually our first dance when we got married a few years back. So it's a song that's got real significance to me. What did you think of it? What did you think is in comparison to, say, the Frankie version?
You're gonna shake your head at me, Russell. But when I met up with Nick, my bass player, to run all the tunes for the whole of the series, I didn't know it. Really, I knew the power of love. I knew the obvious, the bit that everybody knows, but didn't know the verse. And Nick said to me, to be honest, Tom, I prefer the Frankie version.
Yeah.
But then I preferred the Gabrielle Aplin version because obviously as a piano player, I think with the whole stripping it down, the innocent piano vocal thing, and actually it's turned out to be one of the tunes that I've enjoyed learning the most out of all of these songs. But like you say, the lyrics so simple and it means so much. And it's that sort of thing where I get, when you meet someone that the words I love you aren't enough.
Yeah.
And it's just that the lyric on this is so simple, but yet it's exactly what you want to say. And I've really enjoyed playing this. And like you say, it's one of those songs now that I'm like, yeah, it's a genius song.
How did you connect with the Gilbert O'Sullivan piece?
When I first heard it, I thought you'd completely stitched me up, if I'm honest. And I was thinking, what has he given me this song for? But the more and more that I've listened to it, it's incredible. I don't understand how it can be so sort of chirpy, yet just the most, horrific lyrics. But no, I really like the song now.
I think it's a brilliant reflection on life and loss. And as much it is quite chirpy, it's a reflection on, the way people, I think, deal with loss as well. It's that last verse that gets me every time. When you listen to that last verse, forget about everything that's going on around it, the music and everything. It's that last verse and the sentiment of the lyric. Every time I hear it, it gets me.
Yeah. Good. Well, I hope we got you before with it. Right, Russell, me and the band are going to play The Power of Love. Thanks so much for joining us. It's great to see you. Can't wait for the film. Can't wait for the 21st anniversary tour.
Hey.
I'll be there. See you soon, man. Take care.
You too. Thanks a lot. Cheers, Tom.
Dreams are like angels. They keep at faith. Love is the light, scaring darkness away. I'm so in love with you. Make love your goal. The power of love, a force from above. soul. Flame on, burn desire. Love with tongues of fire. Purge the soul, make love your goal. I'll protect you from the hooded claw. Keep the vampires from your door. The chips are down, I'll be around with my undying, death-defying love for you. Envy will hurt itself. Let yourself be beautiful, sparkling like flowers and pearls and pretty girls. Love is like an energy, rushing inside, rushing inside of me. Oh, the power of love, force from above, is cleaning my soul. Flame on, burn desire, with love, with tongues of fire. Purge the soul, make love your goal. This time we go sublime. Love is entwined, defined. Love is danger. Love is pleasure. Love is pure, the only treasure. Because I'm so in love with you. Oh, let's make love your goal. It's the power of love. It's the force from above. When I clean into my soul. Oh, it's the power of love. With the force from above. Like a skyscraping love. Flame on, burn desire. With love, with tongues of fire. Purge the soul. Make love your goal. Thank you so much to Russell Watson for joining us. Thanks to my incredible band. Thank you to you at home for watching. Join us next week when I'm chatting with the star of Tiger King, Carol Baskin. We'll see you next week, folks. Thank you.
My name is Judd Lander. I suppose I'm known as the godfather of the music business. I've been in it so long. Having been a director at Epic Records, London Records, Warner Brother, I've done the rounds with regard to the major labels. as a PR exec. The Ramones, again, were a classic act. Very, very Joey Ramone, very funny. I remember taking them to a posh restaurant, and of course the Metro D was a little bit concerned because they were all very goth looking, and I had a chuckle because where I'd booked a seat in the middle of the restaurant, he tucked us away in the corner because of the state of the guys. And then when we saw them in concert, they were, again, 1-minute songs, amazing live. So lucky to work with them. I came into this business as a young kid from Liverpool when it was all happening in the sort of mid to late 60s. And it was a journey that, you know, I've enjoyed and I'm still sort of involved in, and it's still on. Liverpool holds fond memories, and I still pop up there and still play with my band, who are now very old, the veterans of the business. But, you know, it's the drug, it's that bug that once you get involved in music, you know, you can't shake it off, regardless of how young or how old you are. It's a buzz you get and something you want to excel to. This is one which brings back fond memories, the Communards. I was working again at London Records. London Records was a powerful label. Roger Raines was the big boss there. Tracy Bennett, the A&R, and Pete Tong was doing A&R, and myself. And it was like a small ship. We were running away there, Colin Bell. But one artist we worked with are the artist I'm looking at now. And it's the Communards, who were originally Bronski Beat. But the Communards, little Jimmy had gone on. I ended up playing on this track in '85, their album Forbidden Fruit. The business has changed dramatically over the years, some for the better and some not necessarily so. You know, I'm a champion of trying to promote young artists and give young artists a shot at getting their foot on the media sort of ladder. And it nowadays it's tough because there are so many assets that you need to sort of bring on board when you're promoting an artist. And that's what we do. In the old days, the traditional days, you'd hire a national radio PR, you'd hire a regional radio PR, you'd hire a press person. So you'd end up with 4 or 5 different agencies all trying to promote your work. I've now condensed all that into one, because it just makes sense. It's logical. If one of my guys in the office pulls off a major read, you know, an online journal, we can shout it out straight away and react, letting radio and letting TV know of the activity. And so it's a win-win. Culture Club, they went on to sell 300,000. That's when I got, that was in '83, Coloured by Numbers album, which went on to sell, again, millions and millions. And of course, Karma Chameleon, I played on Church of the Poison Mind as well as Karma Chameleon. But Karma was the one that went wild throughout the States, all around the world. I think every country, it sort of hit the #1 slot. So fond memories, and memories of us performing at Wembley. They'd done a sellout week at Wembley, and I'd come on and, you know, play with them live, and that was the buzz. You know, they sold out, I think it was one of the records for selling out a week or two at Wembley. Yeah, they're fantastic times. And that session was bizarre because I just popped in. I was at Motown at the time, working with Motown Records, and I zoomed over at lunchtime to do a session with Culture Club, and it was a quick in, lay the track down. Steve Levine was producing, do the track, and then I'd zoom back to the office to do my proper job. So that's where my session, I was still in demand for session work, but I had the industry job as well, which is head of PR or running the label, whatever, you know. So it was I was multitasking at the time, and it was a great period, very fun. The major labels obviously are very fussy, and the and R men, well, A&R men, but I call them and R because quite often they can't make a decision. They will just watch on the fringes as an artist is rising. Young artist gets a little bit of activity on radio, a little bit of activity on TV, and it builds and builds and builds. And that's where the A&R man will come along and say, they're now almost happening, we'll take them on. But by that time, I always say to the artists I work with, well, if you got to that stage on your own, why not carry on and then just lease your tracks to the major label rather than sign up? Then you're giving them a window of 5 years if you come to an agreement where they've got to exploit you. They're in it for the money, so they'll go head on tongue, and you benefit at the end of the day. A lot of other artists that are maybe like that association of being signed direct to a label, but you always have to be wary. They're the areas where you do need some legal advice, and that's where I would suggest to any artist to seek some independent legal advice as well.
This is where I get all the guys. We have a sit down and work out our campaigns, but it also gives me an excuse to stick all our sort of discs and everything on the wall, just to remind me of some amazing times. One especially was when I worked with Meatloaf. He was an incredible character, and Jim Steinman, a total eccentric, but what a writer. And I ended up getting freedom to the city of Cleveland as a thank you for my breaking them in the UK via radio and via TV. And I remember video was coming into its own at the time, and Epic and Cleveland Records had filmed Meatloaf on a motorbike, but the video, the promotion video, was just over 8 minutes long, and no way would you get TV to give 8 minutes over to video. Top of the Pops wouldn't. However, I did manage to blag the old grey whistle test into taking a punt and showing the video in its entirety. They did that, and it blew the album off.
When I started off in the business, it was the heyday of the 60s music scene, and everyone in Liverpool wanted to be in a band. So I wanted to be part of that dynasty because I'd worked as a stonemason's assistant, Stonemasonry Northwestern Limited, and I worked on what we call Paddy's Wigwam, which is the Catholic cathedral in Liverpool. And I remember my farewell gesture before I go involved with the band of chiselling my name on one of the beautiful crosses, which are one of the features there. So every time I drive into Liverpool with my daughters, I'll say, Dad's name's behind that brick on the left. Liverpool was a hive of activity. The Beatles had just left. The Mersey Beats were happening, Jerry and the Pacemakers. It was a hive of A&R men coming in and out, in and out, in and out. So it was a hive of activity. I decided then I wanted to join a band. So I put an ad in the local Frank Hesse's music shop. And I put an ad in there saying, saxophonist. I'd bought an old sax, which I couldn't play. But I put an ad in prematurely saying, saxophonist looking for a gig. So I get this band coming round knocking on my door, and they said, oh, you want to join a band? We're looking for a sax player. So I go and audition with them. I was terrible. It was embarrassing. And the band were all killing themselves laughing. In the end, they said, is there anything else you can play? I said, well, I do a bit of harmonica. So I ended up playing a bit of a harmonica. And it was that got me the gig. So I ended up joining them, and we started doing blues music. And off we went. We went on a journey. We ended up being signed up by the Cavern Agency as the new Young Hope. We got placed all over the place, touring the UK, the hideaways from the Cavern, famous Cavern Club. Bob Wooler was our mentor. Bob was the famous DJ at the Cavern, an amazing character, and should have been a lot bigger than what he ended up being. I mean, he's a great orator. But the buzz in Liverpool at the time, it was like the adrenaline rush. You get on stage. It was just a fantastic journey, and one that's still sort of, is shared today by kids going on gigs and new bands performing on gigs. Yeah, it was an interesting journey. We ended up playing over, I think it was about 500 times at the Cavern Club. We hold the world record for playing that, and we still play today at the Cavern Club for charity. We do a charity gig called Liverpool Rocks every year. It sort of triggered off, self-confidence within me, where, I was playing with the band, but I was interested in, what was happening in the London scene.
Hi, I'm Mac Miles, I'm 15 years old, I'm from North Wales, and I love music. I don't really talk much, but when I'm with you I feel so in touch, and I can normally concentrate, but my eyes won't look away. Yeah, they're glued to you. I'm normally so shy, but when you're right here, I'm a different guy. But now I'm so blue. I sit here and I long and long for you. Cause I just wish that you would feel the same. Whenever we're together, it's like you want me away. Cause I think I'm falling and you got 2 feet on the ground. Whenever I'm smiling, you always seem to frown. I just wanna love you, I just want your loving. Open up your heart and give me a shot. And give me a shot. We don't really talk much, and then the cycle along for your touch. I act cool, but you see right through. But I don't think you notice me like I notice you. Cause I just wish you would feel the same. Whenever we're together, it's like you want me away. Cause I think I'm falling and you got 2 feet on the ground. Whenever I'm smiling, you always seem to frown. I just wanna love you, I just want your loving. Open up your heart and give me a shot. 'Cause I think I've fallen and you got 2 feet on the ground. Whenever I'm smiling, you always seem to frown. And I just wanna love you, I just want your loving. Open up that heart and give me a shot.
The song you're gonna hear next is ZZZ. I love writing upbeat songs, and this one just has so much energy.
Instead of counting sheep, I'm just counting up all of my dreams. And as cheesy as it seems, I'ma keep on dreaming of you. 'Cause if the world's gonna let me sleep in, I'ma keep on dreaming. When my head touches the pillow, my mind decides to let go. My mind decides to let go, yeah. So when my head touches the pillow, my mind decides to let go. My mind decides to let go, yeah. And I don't wanna lie awake, I just wanna see your face. And I hope that someday my dreams come true. But until that point, I'ma keep dreaming of you. Just me, you, and the music, and the road that leads to two. Instead of counting sheep, I'm just counting up all of my dreams. And as cheesy as it seems, I'ma keep on dreaming of you. 'Cause if the world's gonna let me sleep in, I'ma keep on dreaming of you.
Quite recently, I was told that I have left vocal fold paralysis, which means everyone has 2 vocal folds. However, a viral infection caused my left vocal fold to become paralyzed, which means my left vocal fold isn't moving at all, and my right one is trying its absolute hardest to produce sound. It's been really tough. However, it may affect my speaking voice, but my singing voice is now a lot more husky and cool, so although it's a curse, it's kind of a gift. Girl Next Door was one of these songs that I just picked up my guitar and wrote in 20 minutes.
Watching you through my window, seeing the way you smile, wanting to kiss my pillow, pretending that I'm your style, 'cause I'm always daydreaming about our life together. Is it just for now, or are these feelings here forever? 'Cause I think I'm in love with the girl next door. She's 5'9" and works downtown at the store. I think I'm in love with my neighbor, and this ain't just love, she's the one that I adore. I might build up the courage to ask you out to dinner. The supermarket flowers encourage me to be the winner. So I put on some Ed Sheeran just to think about what to say, 'cause I doubt my appearance will ask you to the date. 'Cause I think I'm in love with the girl next door. She's 5'9" and works downtown at the store. I think I'm in love with my neighbor, and this ain't just love, she's the one that I adore. Watching you through my window, seeing the way you smile, wanting to kiss my pillow, pretending that I'm your style. Do you need a sign? I want you to be mine. Your blind's closed as a blindfold for my love and for my heart. So before you go, before you leave, open up the curtains and say goodbye to me. It's always been the girl next door. She's 5'9" and used to work down at the store. And now she's gone. I don't know when she's home, but by the time she's back, I don't think she'll be alone. Girl next door.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm Mac Miles. I hope you enjoyed my music. I'm gonna leave you with my song, Noir.
Dance alone or walk out the door and get a ride home. But what if I see pictures of the night, regret turning down a party invite? What if the evening played out differently? It won't. I'll be sitting alone asking for sympathy. Sherlock Holmes can take a seat, cause I ain't stick around just to see if you're cheap. Nah, and that's that. I can tell you like another man. Trust me, I don't need no magnifying glass. Cause I've been investigating everything that you do, and I've been estimating when you're making moves. It's like a roller coaster hanging on to this tight. I know that I'll be back to kissing her by the end of the night. Let it be a mystery, erase all of our history. A conspiracy while we don't talk no more. You seem to be pretty busy. Girl, you got me in Sin City, cause I'm taking all my chances. Now this feels like New York.
Hi and welcome to Live from the Edge. Once again, we're going to bring you 4 sets from the cream of up-and-coming talent. Later on, you will see Lou Saint. You will also see a band called Scant Regard and Field Manual from Macclesfield. But we're going to kick off with the K's. And they've been mates since school. In fact, they bonded over watching videos of the Jam. Their debut single, Sarajevo, has had 4 million streams already. Amazing, isn't it? Let's see what all the fuss is about. From Earlstown on Merseyside, the K's.
Sometimes, or maybe I just want to. Not seen you for a while, at least not in person. So I've not slept and no one was supposed to. 6 hours in my bed, I'm still just calling ladies and gentlemen. We're called the K's. We're a little band from a place called Earlstown. Who's that? This is called Open Maybe.
My phone rings in the middle of the night. My father yells, when you gonna live your life right? Oh, daddy, do you know you're still number one? But girls, they want to have fun. Oh, girls just want to have fun. Well, it's getting late and I don't recognize this place, but I'm feeling like I might just recognize your face. So maybe I just want to. Either way, it's the only one I do. See, I'm all alone, I've no battery on my phone, and I was sort of hoping maybe you could help me find my way home, and I just need to find my way. And if we do, you can join me if you want to. And see, I'm feeling strange, cause I've just watched the colours change. But dearest Juliet, you've always made me feel the same. Thought every single minute of the last year that I've known you, that I've known you. Hoping maybe you might know how to save me. And I know you've never met me. Tell me where you've been just lately, cause I've missed you all my life. I've just never realized it till tonight. Oh, woo! To take a stroll down to the nearest payphone.
'cause I've missed you all my life. I've just never realized it till tonight. Nice! Aurora, she thunders through you, down the back of your spine, like she's already knew ya, like she's already knew ya 1,000 times. She's got my name and my number, for when I fancy that thunder. But I know what she wants and I know how to get it. And I know how to get it, but an hour of loving keeps me young. An hour of love just to keep me on the ground. She takes all my money, she takes sweetheart's honey, no matter the time. Shine on a wedding ring ties, but he don't treat her like he should have done. And if all he has seen all the lights outside, she found herself drawn to mine, and I struggle to decline. And now the love keeps me young, and now I love just to keep me on the ground. She takes all my money, she takes sweetheart's honey, no matter the time. For now the love it keeps me young, and now the love just to keep me on the ground. She takes all my money, she takes sweetheart's honey, no matter the time. She's understood ya, down the back of your spine, like she's already knew ya, like she's already knew ya 1,000. She's got my name on my number, for when I fancy that thunder. But I know what she wants and I know how to get it.
Field Manual are a band from Macclesfield and its environs in Cheshire, and Alt Americana is, I suppose, one way of describing their music. Some of their influences they wear boldly and on their sleeve, and nothing wrong with that. They've been going quite a while. In fact, they're working at the moment on their third album. A tip for you, if you're passing through Macclesfield and you want a really good guitar, particularly some good vintage stuff, then Chris, the guitarist in Field Manual, has an amazing little guitar and amp shop called Amp, actually. They make very nice T-shirts as well. Now I think about it, I should have worn one for this link. Apologies, Chris. Here we go, Field Manual.
Stand still on my own. I'm sitting by the turning wheel, dropping like a stone. So pick me up, put me by the side. I'm waiting by the corner, waiting on your side. Why did I take the long way home? Take a long way home. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come right back. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come right back. Through the storm, just keep it dry. Wishing I was someone else, wishing I were you. It's my home, it's my desire. I'm picking up the pieces of what once were you. Why did I take the long way home? Why, oh why take the long way home? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come right back. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come right back. While I'm alive, just pick me up. Turn me into something new, something I can use. Something good, something real. Something that would make me like what was myself. Why did I take a long way home? Why, oh why take a long way home? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come right back. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come right back. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come right back. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come right back. Why did I take a long way home? Why, oh why take a long way home? Why did I take a long way home? Why, oh why take a long way home?
Okay, I'll be mine.
I'll be fine. I don't know about the wherefores and whys. I'll get back with all some time. Time don't know where I will live for in a while. I'll get back to where I'm going. I'll get back, not out of time. All these things that I must live for now are mine. Don't get tied to all your memories. Just get by without a time. Just be me until I find that I'll be mine. Get tied to all your memories. Just get by without a time. Just be me until I find that I'll be mine. Don't get tied to all your memories. Just get by without a time. Just be me until I find that I'll be mine.
Okay, this is Uptight. Hey, what you thinking? Did somebody throw a bad stone yesterday? Hey, what you thinking? Did I see you rise, sing and play songs all the way? When it comes to falling, you gotta be alright. It's gotta be alright. When time it comes to crawling, you gotta be uptight. It's gotta be alright. It's gotta be alright. It's gotta be alright. Well, they say how you feeling. If nothing's going wrong when you can't see wrong from right. Hey, what you missing? If you don't know what's wrong when you don't know what's right. When it comes to falling, you gotta be alright. It's gotta be alright. When time it comes to crawling, you gotta be uptight. It's gotta be alright. It's gotta be alright. It's gotta be alright.
About the Music presents a brand new show for artists and writers. Pure, fresh music. A brand new series on Sky TV and online for new and unsigned artists.
Just feel good music. Don't miss the revolutionary new digital music program, All About the Music.
Christian. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. I'm gonna give you a fist bump. Much better than a handshake. A hug is out of the question. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Much better than a handshake. A hug is out of the question. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. 'Cause I'm gonna give you a fist bump. A much better than a handshake. A hug is out of the question. I'm gonna teach you a lesson right now. That was Scant Regard, the solo project of Will Cruisden, who is actually also the guitarist in Adam and the Ants. Next, we have a singer and increasingly songwriter based in Manchester called Lou Saint. She had a song called More Than Friends. She covered that, and it was on Love Island. I didn't see it myself. But it became the most Shazammed track and knocked Ed Sheeran off the top of the most Shazammed track charts. It also went to #1 on iTunes. So an incredible reaction. And when you watch her, you will see why. I think A Star Is Born, with Benjamin Lee Smith on piano, Lou Saint.
A broken heart is all that's left. I'm still fixing all the cracks. Found a couple of pieces where I carried it home. I'm afraid of all I am. My mind feels like a foreign land. Silence ringing inside my head. Still I carried it I spent all of the love I saved. We were always a losing game. Small town boy in a big arcade. I got addicted to a losing game. Oh, even as I didn't take a lie. I saw the end for it begun. Still I carried on. I'm a warrior, always worry about what people think of me. My imagination, my whole life, it's at the better of me. I write a text and never send it, just in case they get offended. I'm a people pleaser, if I don't believe ya, I try. This isn't something that is new to me. It's all I've ever known. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to grow and understand myself. Sometimes it feels like someone else. I promise I'm working on it. Put my head in the sand, yeah, I'll face my problems another day. Maybe that's who I am, yeah, I know it's bad, trust me, I want to change. And this isn't something that is it's all I've ever known, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to grow and understand myself. Sometimes it feels like someone else, but I promise working on it, ooh, working on it. I'm working on it, working on it. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to be honest. Trying to get better, I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to grow and understand myself. Sometimes it feels like someone else, but I working on it. I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through withdrawals. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch. Maybe the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. I say, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. Oh, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I say, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. I'm running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road in overdrive, baby. The city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. I say, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. Oh, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I say, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. I'm just walking by and let you know. I can never say it on the phone. Never let you go this time. Ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. Oh, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I say, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. I say, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. Oh, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I say, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust.
Well, she looks great. She sings incredibly, and she's starting to write her own stuff. And as I said before, a star quite possibly is born. Amazing stuff. Thank you very much to Lou Saint. Thanks also this week to Scant Regard and Field Manual and the K's. Hope you enjoyed at least one of those acts. If you didn't, you're a bit cloth-eared, aren't you? Okay, see you next time.
You're getting the private property, no parking. Welcome to glorious North London. This is Snap Studios. Come on in. So this is the control room. At the centre we've got this beautiful vintage Neve, dated somewhere between 1972, 1976, depending on the age of the modules, the mic pre modules. The mic pre EQ is essentially the same as a 1081. Beautiful, full-bodied, classic Neve sound, very easy to operate. We retrofitted flying faders, the same as what you'd get in a VR, so you can do fully automated mixes. So we've got a nice collection of mainly vintage outboard. In this rack we've got a pair of Lang EQs, which are essentially solid state Pultecs, sound beautiful. And moving on to the special section, beautiful, well maintained Fairchild 670, which sounds absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you all know what this is, so I don't really need to explain. Some of the weirder gear that you might not have seen, this is a pair of Decca Mastering Eqs. Lots of people love these on the mix. The top end sounds phenomenal. They actually go up to 32k, obviously for cutting, but it can have this beautiful air, which you can't really get with many other things. And finally moving on, Prism Converters. These are configured 24 in, 40 out. We've got them on a really short run between obviously the patch bay and the console, so we try to keep cable runs as short as possible, and they sound great. So not only do we have digital, but also we can track the tape here, 16 or 24 track 2-inch. Moving on, we've also got beautiful Ampex ATR, the Rolls-Royce mastering machine. So this is our live room. It's about 55 square meters. It's a nice size. It's also got this extra little section at the back. It's a great room for doing, you know, ensembles, live bands. Got great drum sound in here. Lots of people prop the door open as well and put ambience out in the kitchen or in the hallway to get a killer drum sound. And yeah, it's great. It's a wonderfully controlled room as well. It sounds great on strings and brass. We've had a 12-piece string section in here this way. It sounded fantastic. We're really lucky. We've got this solid oak floor, which was reclaimed from a church hall in Yorkshire. And I think it really helps to make the room sound great. We've got some great amps, some great acoustic guitars, a few electrics. This beautiful Ampeg 2x12, very nice. Lots of people love it on guitar. Wurlitzer, we've got a Rhodes as well, which is currently out in the corridor. People wheel it in when they want it. Hammond C3, it's the same as a B3, and a Valve Leslie as well. And we've also got a guitar interface for that, so you can use it as a guitar amp, which is very nice. Lots of people like that. And I guess the centerpiece of the room is this piano. It's a Bosendorfer 225 in fantastic condition, and it just sounds amazing. So we've also got a great collection of mics here at Snap. Tube U47, FET 47, U67, all in great condition. AKG C12, absolutely beautiful mic, and we've got the C12A, which is the new Vista version. If you come over here, I'll show you a few. Our U47 with its Telefunken badge, which is very nice. And oh, these are slightly rare. These are STC condenser mics, serial numbers 1 and 2. Can't seem to find any information on them really, except in the Beatles book, recording the Beatles, yeah. But they sound great, they're similar to a KM84. What else? We have a pair of these RCA BX44s, and we've got a DX77 as well. Culls, DPA, everything you need really, everything and more. This panel here, which is on a really short run through to, on Volvox cable actually, through to the patch bay there on the shortest run that we could do. And when we built the place, we made sure that we made the window as big as practically possible. And it's great, you get great line of sight, And you know, if you've got a live band in here, you can have somebody doing scratch vocals in there, or even you could have a guitarist in there, and we can run instrument level anywhere in the building without losing any signal quality, which is brilliant. We can also run speaker connections, so you can put cabinets in this room and keep the amplifier in the control room, which is great for tweaking and doing overdubs and stuff, makes it much quicker. Also, we've got an Avium headphone system in here, which allows musicians to do their own headphone mixes, or not, if you want to do it for them. Okay, so this is our lounge and kitchen. Really nice space to hang out. It's really relaxing. I think so anyway. We tried to make it feel like a flat when we built it. And people seem to love it. It's a really nice space. The kitchen's great. People can cook their own food here if they want. One of the assistants here is also a great cook. He cooks fantastic Italian pasta. But also, it doubles up as a recording area as well. We've got tie lines in here. In fact, every room has these. It's got mic lines, but also instrument feeds, so you can run instrument level in here. We've got Cat5, and we can also run speak-on connections in here, so you can have amps in other rooms, and you can have the cabinet in here. The same with MIDI and AES, which never gets used in here, but should anybody want to record MIDI in the kitchen, they can. But this room gets used a lot, actually, to take ambient mics when tracking drums in the live room. So we'll prop the doors open, and it just sounds great. It's explosive, it's really bright, and it's a great sound. It's really nice to blend in with what you get in the live room. Okay, so this is another recording area that we've got in the building. It's a little booth which pretty much 9 times out of 10 gets used for the bass amp. That's our amp there, actually, the Ampeg. Very nice indeed. That sort of classic Motown sound. You can run instrument level into here, so you can have the musician in the live room, but you can have the amplifier in here, and you don't lose any signal quality. There's no problems, and it works really nicely if you want to make sure you've got separation when tracking live. If you can follow me as well, I'll show you another room that allows us that. Note the AstroTurf, actually, which is a bit funky. This is another space which can also be used for recording. Originally this was going to be an extra little lounge, and whilst you can lounge in here, most of the time we use it to put amps or horn sections or anything that you don't really want in the live room. So this room gets used for sort of programming and editing, and also we've got a nice collection of analog synths in here, which are available to use in the big studio. If someone's here for a couple of weeks, this can work nicely to have somebody working in here. So we try to offer this for a reasonable price alongside Studio One if you need it for longer sessions. And yeah, it's a nice space. Follow me to the tile room. So we can also park 4 or 5 cars here, which is really great for a London studio. We're only 10 minutes away from the tube station as well, which is Manor House. Very easy to get to. Park a couple of cars out in the front as well. So no problems really. You can get a full band here, and it's very discreet. We can close the front gates there, and nobody can see you loading in if you're concerned about those sort of things. I'll show you in here as well. So this is another useful little space which can't really be used to recording. Actually, we have recorded in here once, but it was a bit weird. But this room is just used to house our plates, really, and any overflow gear, a few bits of... we keep our drums in here, and any flight cases when bands are here for a long time, or even if they're just here for a couple of days, keep the flight cases out of the studio is really useful. In here, this is our own unique tile room, which we kind of had the idea last minute by accident. We sort of found this space, and there was already a few tiles in here. come in, I'll shut the door and you can hear it properly. Yeah, it's got a lot of bottom end actually, but yeah, it was quite cheap to do as well. We just bought a lot of tiles and just filled the room, and these were left over from when we did the bathroom because we've got a shower in there as well, so we have these tiles in there. And yeah, it's this 3-way gel called this little plastic speaker if you want something smaller. Sometimes people reamp snare drums in here, which is a bit bonkers, but it's really nice room for guitars and snare drums, that kind of thing. Yeah, quite funky, very unique. I was stuck in here. Right, that's it. That's it. So when the idea of Snap first came about, the plan was to build the ultimate budget studio. As things progressed, that idea slightly changed. And now what we've ended up with is a beautiful place that we feel really proud of. What we try to offer is the very best of the old and the new, but with old school values and at a really great price. So if you haven't checked us out already, get in touch.
Coming next on All About the Music is Fab Song TV, a platform for artists.
All About the Music presents a brand new show for artists and writers. Pure, fresh music. A brand new series on Sky TV and online for new and unsigned artists.
Just feel good music. Don't miss the revolutionary new digital music program, All About the Music.
Hi, we're Princess to Kings, a band of 3 brothers.
We're actually 4 brothers. Our eldest brother Luke, who's not in the band, has severe and complex epilepsy. He's the reason we started the band, since he wanted to raise awareness for different epilepsy charities.
And as a band, we've written and released lots of songs, and this is our most popular one we've ever released, and this is called Us.
Deja vu, looking at you, thinking about the things that we do when it was just us two. We were gonna be forever, we were gonna be for life. Deja vu, now that we're through, I'll change your mind and things will be different, 'cause I love you different. I've been thinking about us, I've been thinking through the long nights. Just tell me there's a chance for you and me. I know we haven't talked much, 'cause you never wanna talk about it. It's not the way that this was meant to be. 'Cause I've been thinking about days and nights passing me by. Now you're not with me, I miss your eyes reflecting the lights of the city. Wish it could have been forever, wish it could have been for life. Take me back to when you were mine. I'll change your mind and things will be different, 'cause I love you different. I've been thinking about us, I've been thinking through the long nights. Just tell me there's a chance for you and me. I know we haven't talked much, 'cause you never wanna talk about it. It's not the way that this was meant to be. 'Cause I've been thinking about, it's not too late. We made mistakes, but things can change. Ooh, it's not too late. We made mistakes, but things can change. I've been thinking about us, I've been thinking through the long nights. Just tell me there's a chance for you and me. I know we haven't talked much, 'cause you never wanna talk about it. It's not the way that this was meant to be. I've been thinking about us, I've been thinking through the long nights. Just tell me there's a chance for you and me. I know we haven't talked much, 'cause you never wanna talk about it. It's not the way that this was meant to be. 'Cause I've been thinking about us.
For the love of God, stop buying pasta and toilet roll.
forest surrounds me. I have seen you before. Lost soul, I know you adore. You've taken me back to your own home. Taken in your world to see more than I should. Wanting to escape and breathe over your war. Falling in a sea down under with demons. I can breathe. Thought you were the one I could trust and turn to, but I see in you what you want this world and us to turn out to be. Fighting for what we desire. Our tears with pain dry out the fire. See and believe what you want your life to become. Because of you. Feathers may rise from our thunders. We're soldiers, we survive these wonders. Our armor is strong and we still go along with these wars inside us. You know what you've taken from me. All my world and love, all my sympathy. You know how broken inside your theft has become. All is left in my eyes. No, I've always known about you amongst us, and I've always seen people think you're just us. Thought that I could push your darkness around me aside. Many lives are taken from all around me, thinking all you wanted was for me to see. Give you all you wanted from this life and please. Fighting for what we desire. Our tears with pain dry out the fire. See and believe what you want your life to become. Because of you. Feathers may rise from our thunders. We're soldiers, we survive these wonders. Our armor is strong and we still go along with these wars inside us. Yeah, we do not do what not to do is to do, but our daring breath screams, craves, and it prays not only to destroy, but to recover you. A marvel of time you set your blocks up to trap our society, to blow each other up. So as much as our tears sting, let's not fall in this trap. Fighting for what we desire. We're fighting for what we desire. Our tears with pain dry out the fire. See and believe what you want your life to become. Because of you. Rivers may rise from our thunders. We're soldiers who survive these wonders. Our armor is strong and we still go along with these wars inside us.
don't even have to make a sound. Oh no, we're making magic and we got the whole afternoon. Living's easy, we're the heroes in our own cartoon. Oh yeah, 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 'cause you are something like a dragonfly calling me into your world in the sky. Love will never be the same again if you'll only be my friend. Dragonfly, dragonfly. I can safely say you had me when the race came out. I'm riding up on the world that I want to create with you. There's no hurry, don't you worry, we can take our time. Better safe than sorry, I'm so curious inside. Oh yeah, yeah, 'cause you are something like a dragonfly calling me into your world in the sky. Life will never be the same again if you'll only be my friend. Dragonfly, dragonfly. Now I know this might be sink or swim. Don't think it's ever been as good as this. So I know you'll always ride the wind. That's when life can begin. We'll have it all. I'm not waiting here, 'cause you are something like a dragonfly calling me into your world in the sky. Life will never be the same again if you'll only be my friend. Dragonfly. Oh, you are something like a dragonfly calling me into your world in the sky. And life will never be the same again if you'll only be my friend. Dragonfly. We're making magic and we got the whole afternoon. Yeah. Living's easy, we're the heroes in our own cartoon. Dragonfly.
In your Easter bonnet, with all the thrills upon it, you'd be the grandest lady in the Easter parade. I'll be all in clover, and when they look you over, you'll be the finest lady in the Easter parade. On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you'll find the joy in the autograph you're. I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet, and you'll be the finest lady in the Easter parade. In your Easter bonnets, with all the frills upon it, you'll be the finest lady in the Easter parade. I will look you over when I am all in clover. You'll be the finest lady in the Easter parade on the avenue, Fifth Avenue. The photographers will snap us, and you'll find the joy in the photograph yard. I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet, and you'll be the finest lady in the Easter parade.
Too many thoughts in a minute. Falling hard made your limit. Feeling tired of the world around you. Waves are growing, you feel you're drowning now. But I reach in and pull you out. The storm is heavy, feeling broken down and losing touch. The door is open, give you shelter when it gets too much. Be your shelter, be your shelter. Come on now, come on over. I will give you my shoulder to cry on. Always here and I'm always waiting. If you feel you are suffocating, now I'll be there, you don't have to doubt. The storm is heavy, feeling broken down and losing touch. The door is open, give you shelter when it gets too much. Be your shelter, be your shelter. It's hard to find and life isn't easy. Sometimes I find myself in the dark. Oh, believe me, I've been where you're coming from, so don't ever feel alone. I'm here to hold you, you're worthy of love. So when the storm is heavy, feeling broken down and losing touch. The door is open, give you shelter when it gets too much. Be your shelter, be your shelter.
push me to the limits, yeah, you know you do. To the edge of reason and then back to you. Should I run away or should I stay and fight? Because this love is like a roller coaster ride. How many wrongs does it take to make this right? Na 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 na. Why can you love me right? I said na 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 na. Why? Because our love isn't black and white. 'Cause our love ain't black and white. You know our love ain't black and white. And I don't mind, no. Baby, I don't mind, no. 'Cause our love ain't black and white. You know our love ain't black and white. And I don't mind, no. Baby, I don't mind, no. You're always on my mind, yeah, you know it's true. It's an open secret what I feel for you. Oh yeah. Pull this love together just to tear apart. We cross the finish line and right back to the start. Is this a tragedy or could it be a work of art? And it got me like na 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 na. Why can you love me right? I said na 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 na. Why? Because our love isn't black and white. 'Cause our love ain't black and white. You know our love ain't black and white. And I don't mind, no. Baby, I don't mind, no. 'Cause our love ain't black and white. You know our love ain't black and white. And I don't mind, no. Baby, I don't mind, no. This game that we play, it's so complicated. There's no rules, there's no reasons, don't know why. You keep on pulling me in, pushing me out, pulling me in, pushing me out. I said pulling me in, pushing me out. 'Cause our love ain't black and white. You know our love ain't black and white. And I don't mind, no. Baby, I don't mind, no. 'Cause our love ain't black and white. You know our love ain't black and white. And I don't mind, no. Baby, I don't mind, no.
I'm Ali Marie Hunter, and this is my song Never Beat Again from my upcoming EP. I hope you guys enjoy it, and thanks for tuning in to Fab Songs.
It always was a dream to wear that army green and leave this little town behind. And now that it's seen, another year older, waiting for your turn. But that letter never came, and now I know I'll have to face the world alone. 'Cause you're not coming home. You're not coming home. And they can blame it on the gun. wanted something blue. Ain't no reason without you. You are mine forever. You're my saving grace. I promise you nobody else will ever take your place. I have to walk this world alone, 'cause you're not coming home. You're already gone. And they can blame it on the guns. Say the bullet won. Say that God was calling you back home. Yeah, they try to make it right. Take away the pain. There's a hole in my heart and it'll never beat again. They handed me a folded up flag, and just like that, yeah, they can blame it on the guns. Say the bullet won. Say that God was calling you back home. Yeah, they try to make it right. Take away the pain. There's a hole in my heart and it'll never beat again.
We share the lobby, but you're really on the 100th floor. When you come down, it's just because you're feeling singular. Dark thoughts are going up there, obscured by what I think I need. Dark thoughts, they go away with the patience of the tallest wave. And it's been a trip, chasing every synapse you've been wired with. And I feel so alone, but I found a place where I could try to go, where all things are laid out in a way I understand. I can't stop this, I can't stop this. I won't. I guess I didn't want to. Tell me how to feel when you're at home with someone else, and I can hear you dancing in the spotlight of my mind. But I won't open my eyes when I can't bear to realize that I'm not who you've wanted, 'cause I'm not good enough. I can't stop this, I can't stop this. I won't. I guess I didn't want to. I want to. I don't. is what we know of how you hurt us all. This is what we know of how you hurt us all. This is what we know of how you hurt us all. This is what we know of how you hurt us all. This is what we know of how you hurt us all. This is what we know of how you hurt us all. This is what we know of how you hurt us all. This is what we know of how you hurt us all. This is what we know of how you hurt us all. This is what we know of how you hurt us all.
Broke all the rules, but it felt so good. You and me, baby, we were Hollywood. Love so wrong, never felt so right. You were Bonnie and I was Clyde. Had a one-way ticket, should've never looked back. Heard I drove all night, but you went off track. Wish I seen this coming, wish I read between the lines. Saw your love fade out when the headlights dim, but you let me in. Now I'm wondering how it all went wrong, how we ended up in flames. Tell me why we never learn. Every time we touch it hurts. Now I gotta watch it burn. Why we gotta be this way? How do you just walk away? Now I gotta watch it burn. Took my heart and you took my time. You and me were the perfect crime. You tore my scars and you let them bleed. But you swore to me that you never leave. Tell me why we never learn. Every time we touch it hurts. Now we gotta watch it burn. Why we gotta be this way? How do you just walk away? Now we gotta watch it burn. Now I gotta watch it burn. Had a one-way ticket, should've never looked back. Heard I drove all night, but you went off track. Wish I seen this coming, wish I read between the lines. Saw your love fade out when the headlights dim, but you let me in. Now I'm wondering how it all went wrong, how we ended up in flames. Tell me why we never learn. Every time we touch it hurts. tempo sognavo di viverti, ora è vero siamo qui, più vicini di così. Nessuno mi strappa dall'anima il respiro che mi dai, i tuoi battiti ogni mattina sorgerai. Sei la mia sola realtà, luce pura dentro di me, este sia voluta il paradiso. Di puro amore sei tu, la luna parla di te, tu sei l'immensità del paradiso. Una vita ti cercai, ora sei negli occhi miei e lo sai che per te morrei. Accendi l'essenza dagli attimi, o la vita ti darei, abbracciami, l'amore dove sei, sei la mia sola realtà, luce pura dentro di me, este si è voluta il paradiso, di puro amore sei tu, la luna parla di te, tu sei l'immensità del paradiso. Pura dentro di me, e se si è